Hey, what's up? Today we're playing Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Nintendo Switch. When this came out, it was one of my favorite games of that year. I know I didn't do a favorite games video in the past couple of years, but this was definitely up there. I've always had a soft spot for Kirby. It was the first Game Boy game I bought with my own money. Um, the original Kirby's Dream Land, not of course the Forgotten Land. And I don't know, like it's just so whimsical, nostalgic, obviously dreamlike because that's his focus is dream. I don't know, I just really like this series, and this is like the first 3D Kirby, which is really cool because they've mostly been like 2D or 2.5D, which is like that 2D like look that's in 3D, and sometimes the camera will like rotate around you or whatever, but it's technically on a 2D plane. This isn't quite like full 3D platformer. This is closer to like almost like an isometric view, but it's in a 3D space. You'll kind of see what I mean. It's definitely still a little bit restricted, but not necessarily a bad thing. It gives me the Kirby vibes. It's kind of cool that I don't exactly understand the universe it's set up into. Like, I don't know the lore of Kirby. I just really enjoy the games. But it seems like a post-apocalyptic world. It kind of looks like the world from The Last of Us, but with like whimsical characters. I absolutely adore this game. Let me start. And you're like, what is wrong with you? Well, you just don't understand, man. Yeah, no regrets. I'm just gonna play the current game right now. One criticism I will have with this in any 3D game, as filler, I hate being required to collect shit. Just let me get through the level with skill. Like, I can get through the levels, but I hate backtracking and finding shit. That was my only pet peeve, but almost every Kirby game does it to get the real ending. This, unfortunately, starts preventing you from progressing. Newer 3D Mario games are guilty of this too. I don't like that. Like, you didn't have to do that in the 2D games. Why introduce that into the 3D games? Like, just make a cool linear 3D level. Do it like Crash. Like, have bonuses if you want them, but you can finish the game if you don't. Just like the Riddler trophies on Batman. Alright, let me continue. I'm gonna, like, fly all the way to the beginning-ish part of the game. Maybe collect a few collectibles maybe I forgot about. This is kind of like your hub world. There's a lot of things you can do. You can watch movies. I believe there's a co-op mode. I don't have friends, so I don't know about that. That's a lie, but I don't have a ton of friends, and not many friends that would play this game. If you can get past being an older person playing whimsical games, then, you know, take advantage of it. There's a lot of good games with a cute aesthetic out there. If you can get past that, you might find one of your favorite games of all time. It looks like I don't have a star, so I'm going to attempt it. These are usually puzzle levels, which is probably why I didn't finish it. Get off of there. Oh, I just have to. I thought I had to hold it. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, there's more. I'll probably have to do this again. I didn't realize it was that simple. Wish there was a restart button. Why do I gotta wait? I'm not much faster than the platform. Let's be honest with ourselves. like you. Ah, shit. There is the other one. I never liked you. Did I ever tell you the story about the aggressive boomerang powder puff thing? I didn't really think out that one liner, like, at all. Yes, I found a rare stone. My life is complete. And yet, I did not find a star. I'm gonna play a platform level. I can't remember, oh, yeah, see, you gotta, what are they called? The waddle dees? Sorry, I had to look it up. Waddle dees is not something that just, like, rolls off of my vocabulary. At least they give you some hints, but I'm just gonna play this level regular because I'm just trying to give you a feel of what the game is like while rambling incoherently. I just love the little simplistic art style. I mean, it's not gonna blow you around, but damn if it doesn't feel good. This is coming from somebody who's been enjoying the shit out of something as horrible as Dead Space as far as gruesomeness goes. Like, I think the game's wonderful. Ooh, I want that gun. If you're not familiar with Kirby, Kirby can copy other people's powers. Another interesting fact, the first game, Kirby's Dream Land, he wasn't able to do that. That was first introduced in Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Kirby's Dream Land was the Game Boy one. That was the first one I bought. I could not afford Kirby's Adventure. I have digital versions of it, but I don't have the cartridge, which is strange because Kirby's Adventures is probably hands down up there with Mario 3 and Castlevania as far as I'm concerned. It's one of my favorite games on the NES. And it's weird I don't own it, but I have like a 3D version on the 3DS, and then I have the NES mini console, and that has it on there, so I have a way to play it. I was actually debating on playing this game or Kirby's Adventure. I don't remember what games I've covered and what I haven't covered throughout the years, so, you know, even if I cover the same shit, especially with older games, I mean, I'm older now. It's like I started over 10 years ago. I probably have a different perspective than I did when I originally played it. And my goal with this channel is just to get it back to where it was in like 2010, like not necessarily anything like majorly different, just being consistent, not worrying too much about the quality, and just having fun with it. It got to the point where I wasn't having fun with it. I was feeling like down on myself because, I don't know. So I was essentially doing it for me. Like, it's weird, like, when you start out and it's like, oh, you're doing such cool stuff, and then you don't reinvent yourself, I guess. Because that's how the internet culture is. You always have to reinvent and adapt and blah, blah, blah. Somebody like me who likes structure, routine, that's difficult. You know, I like to do my own thing. So I guess I had to accept not dealing with not interacting with as much for the ability to post what I want. The price is, I have a channel that probably only I want to watch, but sometimes when you want to do what you want to do, you have to compromise. Every once in a while I'll try to post a game I think people will be interested in, but for the most part I post what I'm interested in, and I just hope that like-minded people will follow. But at the time I was getting like stressed over production values, like what I was saying, and you know, when I first started I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck if I mispronounced something. you know, whether my audio was shit, nothing. And I go back and I listen to those videos, and even though they're the quality shit, it's like confident. I was having fun. I want to get back to that, and I like the short format videos where I'm just like blah blah blah. All right, have a good day. This is this obscure game, you know. I get right through it, on to the next video. I think when I was struggling a lot, this channel turned into Michael's personal therapy corner, and then you ended up having 40 long minute videos of like me talking about my life, and that's fine to do once in a while, which, like I said, that's when I talk about like rebranding the channel or anything like that, it just means more than just video game content. But video content is the easiest thing for me to make, so it'll mostly be video game content, but it's just trying to restructure it in a way where I like watching the channel. And when I was looking at the past few videos, I did not like the variety that I was providing, even if I was looking at like older videos. And then I went back to circa 2010, 2011, 2012, and I'm like, you know what, these videos are filmed shittier, but I don't know, I seem to be having more fun on them, more interaction. And you know what, they weren't terribly difficult to make because I wasn't hung up on everything. Alright, little homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the slowest boulder ever, but you know, I don't need that. Now it seems really fast. I think one thing Nintendo does really well is their art design and art direction, because this game is not pushing any boundaries, but I think it's still aesthetically really nice. It looks more impressive than it probably is, and that's just good art direction. I mean, the Switch is what? It's like slightly more powerful than like an Xbox 360 or a PS3. The fact that its main competitor right now is the Xbox One, and not the Xbox One, the Xbox Series, I guess it's the PS4, Xbox One, Series X, PS5. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's competing against those with such limited hardware, but it goes to show you how, like, Nintendo's art direction, their themes, you know, you can make good games with really limited hardware. A lot of times people ask me, like, where do I think video games are headed? Like, and I'm always like, it's getting to the point where graphics aren't going to matter anymore. It's going to be about creativity and art design, which is ironic because I feel like, to be honest, a lot of games are becoming creatively bankrupt. A lot of the games you hear about that are creative are like indie games. I like smaller games. Like, would they like stealth release that that one game on the 360 by Tango Gameworks that looks like an 80s cartoon? It's like $30. It seemed like a cool game. I just chose the PS5. No hate towards the Xbox. I'm always like, just play on whatever you like. Do what you like. I'm not you. We don't have the same likes and dislikes. But I think it's stupid to try to defend a console, because all it looks like, or even a PC, to me, when you start defending things like your shit's shit, my shit's better than you, like, to me it's like it comes off as you being insecure about your purchase and you need that validation. And seeing grown adults like arguing over like consoles or like games as an adult, and I love games and I love talking about games, it seems so fucking silly to me and like cringe. Like, a lot of times I'll have to stop. stop the video if I hear it. Dude, life is so fucking short. Why get hung up on anything? Do what you love. Like, pursue what you love, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, you know? So, like, to get hung up on stuff, especially on a video game focused channel, is fucking silly to me. But enough of that. This is a perfect conversation to have on a Kirby's Dream Land video game video. But thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you on the next video. Take care. Bye.
If you want to, like, comment, and subscribe! Thanks for watching!